everyone, welcome to episode 34 of the Arieknits podcast. My name is Ariel and this is a video podcast where I talk about pretty much all things knitting, lots of yarn things, sometimes crochet things, sometimes sewing things, although it's been a while for crochet or sewing things, but sometimes that'll be kind of like some things that I do as well, but it is mostly knitting. And yeah, video podcasts, I share things that I have finished working on, things I'm currently working on, and future projects. So yeah, we'll kind of get right into it because I think this video will be about half acquisitions because I got in 2 huge pre-orders this week and I am beyond excited about them. I cannot wait to cast literally every single project that I have planned for these yarns. So yeah, I'm excited to share that. Acquisitions will be at the end of the video. And yeah, so we'll just get started since there's a lot of things to talk about. So as always, I will start with what I am today. And did not mention today, as I'm filming, today is Saturday, June 17th. So yeah, we are pretty much halfway through the month of June. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, this is what I am wearing today. It is actually a older knitted object, so I feel like I might have knitted this in like 2021 or 2022. I forget, but it has been, actually no, I think it was in 2021 that I knitted this. So it's been a while. It's a bit of an older project, but I still love wearing it, and it is the Billy Zip by Joanne Ho, knitwear by Joan, and yeah, was my first knitted object that had a zipper. This was the first knitted object that I sewed on a zipper to, so I was kind of pretty nervous about it, to be honest. I remember being kind of nervous about knitting this, but I really like the look of this pullover, or this zip. I guess are these called quarter zip? Because the zipper is just this top part here. It's not like a full zipper. But yeah, the Billy Zip, and the yarn I used is We Are Knitters, the petite wool in the color Yarnicorn. And here it is. I'll stand up so you can see what that looks like. And it has a little drawstring thing here at the bottom. And yeah, it's just a really nice, cozy, I believe this yarn is a bulky weight yarn. And yeah, I just really like the details at the top here. And yeah, it's just a really fun, I feel like, yarn color. And the yarn itself is really really soft. Although I will say I have worn it quite a bit, and it's been a couple years, or a year and a half, and I don't know if you can see, but it is kind of pilling a bit on the sleeves. Oh yeah, you can see it more here. It's pilling a little bit on the sleeves, and I'm pretty sure that there's ways to get rid of that. Actually, it is kind of pilling all over, so that's the only thing about the yarn, but I feel like that just means it's a well-loved and worn knitted garment. So still happy with it, still comfortable. And also the weather, I know I keep talking about the weather, so I hope this isn't annoying, but it's been cooler this week, and especially today feels cold, and so I'm always, taking the opportunity when it's cold to wear all of my knitted sweaters, since I do have quite a few of them. So yeah, just happy to be able to still be wearing this in June, I guess. And yeah, sizing wise for this, thankfully, since it was a while ago, I had to look on my Ravelry page to remember what size I made and stuff. So I believe, and what I wrote in my Ravelry page is that I made size 2. I have no idea on gauge, if I meant gauge or whatever, but I did make a size 2. I used US 5, 8, and 10.5 needles. And final measurements, I did check this just today, since I do like to share measurements of my, when I talk about the thing that I'm wearing in the podcast, I do like to talk about measurements, although not always all the measurements, but at least for the bust circumference or the, garment circumference. I do like to make sure I talk about that so that, because I'm wearing it, so you can actually see what kind of either positive or negative ease looks like for the garment. So anyway, final measurements for this, at least as of today, I got 35 inches in circumference, which gives me 5 inches of positive ease. So I'll stand up again. So it is really nice, and it's not oversized by any means. Like 5 inches is, nothing really crazy, like 5 inches of positive ease. But it's enough room where I can wear like a shirt under this. So I am wearing a tank top under this right now, but I'm pretty sure if I even wore just like a t-shirt, like it'll still fit under this. Possibly if I wore like a long sleeve, like, a closer fitting long sleeve, I could also wear that under this as well. So yeah, that is the Billy Zip. That is what I am wearing today. And let's move on to my works in progress. I actually only worked on 4 things this past week, which still seems maybe like a lot to some people, but for me it's actually like a small number of things to have worked on this week. But I think it's because I've just spent a lot of time on each of these projects, so I got a lot done on these 4. So let's talk about this first one. I wasn't sure if I was going to call this a finished object or not because I still have to weave in the ends and block it, but the knitting of it is done. So I am still calling this a work in progress for the week because I don't know, I feel like I've maybe gone back and forth on calling things finished objects if the ends aren't weaved in or blocked. But here is my Sunset Camisole by Sari Nordlund. The yarn I used for this was Explorerknits in the Denali Sock base in the colorway Pike Place, and it is this gorgeous red color. I love how this came out. I knit size 2 and I used US 2 needles for this. And just a note on sizing, so I haven't taken the final measurements of this yet because I still need to block it, but I am pretty sure that my gauge is a lot smaller than the pattern because I used, pattern calls for sport weight yarn, but I used fingering weight yarn, and then I also knit with smaller size needle to get kind of like a, I think I could have gotten gauge if I ended up with a more airy, like more holey kind of fabric, if that makes sense, with a fingering weight yarn, but I wanted a slightly more dense kind of fabric. So yeah, again, I'm pretty sure that I will have this like done, finished completely by next weekend's podcast video, so we can talk about measurements then and kind of like how that all came out. But here it is. I will say the ruffle in the front here, I think after blocking will definitely kind of lay a bit more flat and more flowing. So right now it's not really like in the best kind of like, it's not, the ruffle is not really how it's going to look in the end, I think. So yeah, so let's just like somewhat ignore like how the ruffle is laying right now, but this is the general idea. I just love how the ruffle looks on this, and with the red I feel like it just adds that extra, I don't know, like really like nice and like fancy kind of look to it. And compared to, so this is the second time I have made this pattern because the first time I made it for the test knit, but this time I made sure to pick up more stitches for the ruffle, and so maybe next week I will show both of these like side by side, my first version and my second version, so we can kind of just like talk about the differences. But I did pick up more stitches for the ruffle so that there is a bit more like ruffle going on. My first version was just a slight ruffle, which I still really like, but I did want to have a version where the ruffle was a bit more like pronounced and ruffly. So, oh, it looks so good even though it's not like blocked yet. But this is, yeah, the Sunset Camisole. Love the red. I was a little hesitant about having a red, like a bright red garment, but this came out so nice and I cannot wait to completely finish this and wear it. So that is the sunset camisole. I'm trying to think if there's something else I wanted to talk about. I guess because I am planning on wearing this in the next podcast, that we can talk more about it then as well. But this is it. The knitting for this is completely done, and it was a pretty quick knit. I'm very, very happy about it. Oh, I did make one modification to this. So I'm pretty sure that the length of the body from the underarm to the hem I made slightly longer, like maybe an inch or inch and a half longer. And I did add, it is an A-line body, so there are increases on the body. I added one more increase to the body so that it's a bit wider at the hem. Yeah. Oh, it looks so cute. I'm very, 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 very happy with how this came out. But yeah, I just cannot wait to have it blocked so that the ruffle, to see the full glory of the ruffle, because it is curling up since it is stockinette knitting. But yeah, so that is this. And then my next work in progress is the Straya cardigan by Andrea Mowry. Also made a lot of good progress on this, so let me hold it up. Here it is. So I did put a stitch marker so we can see how much progress I made from last week. So I finished the body, and so this stitch marker is pretty much like from last week. I wonder if this was, I just needed to do the ribbing, or was this already part of the, oh yeah. Okay, so I finished the ribbing for the hem at the bottom, so that's how much I did for the body this week. And then I started on a sleeve, and I've gotten a pretty good amount of way done with the sleeve. I want to say maybe halfway done with the sleeve. So that's been feeling promising. And yeah, I'll stand up, show you the sleeve. Yeah, maybe about halfway. It might be hitting maybe a little under my elbow right now. But it's coming out so nicely. I love working on this project. The stripes make it like super fun to work on because you just want to kind of like keep going to the next stripe. And yeah, so the sleeve has been going by pretty quickly, and yeah, I think it's looking good. Fit so far is seemingly good. And yeah, so all I need to do now is, finish this sleeve, finish the second sleeve, and then do the button band, I believe, and I think that that'll be done for the Straya. I really want to try and finish this soon. Like, I think it'd be really fun to wear this to the Flock Fiber Festival in August here in Seattle, although it might be too hot to wear a cardigan, but I definitely, like, just in case, I want to have something covering my arms. Like, I would like to have this to be the thing that I put over if it does for some reason get a little chilly. So that is the goal, and I think that that's definitely possible because it's already middle of June, so I have the rest of June and then July. So I think that's definitely possible. Or to have this done to maybe wear to Denver for the EKF summer market. Although it also might be really hot there, but like just in case it gets cold, I would like to have this be the thing that I can put on over what I'm wearing, because the yarn, so the main color is Ampersand Fibers Caslon Fingering in the color Oat 01. And then the stripes are it's the mini sets from ExplorerKnits in all of the Seattle tonal colors. So that's also a reason that I want to wear it to maybe the EKF summer market. But again, it might be too hot. I don't know. But I also get cold easily, so I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea how to pack clothes, wear clothes for different temperature weather, because it is just, I am not great with it. So anyway, I just want to be extra prepared for any kind of weather situation that might be going on. But anyway, yeah, this is what I have so far. I think it's looking really cute. I like how all of the colors look together, and it's gonna be so squishy and really nice to wear over anything, I think. So yeah, so this is the progress I have made on my Straya. And then, excuse me. Okay, progress on my test knit. This is, I'm only doing one test knit right now, which is honestly has been really nice because there are so many patterns that I want to knit, and I like test knitting, but it is kind of nice to kind of step back a little bit from just working on so many test knits where I can't even like work on a project that is not a test knit but is a pattern that I really, really, really want to make. So anyway, but with that, this test knit I have been working on a lot this week. I think this is the project that got most of my attention knitting on this week, and as you can see, I think that I have made a lot of progress on this week. And then I did put in some temporary straps so that I can actually hold on to it, so that you can maybe see a little bit better what it looks like. I think last video I was trying to describe what it's going to look like, but it was just kind of hard because all of the pieces were still separated, but now it's all connected and I'm just working on the body. So, but okay, still like this, it kind of looks, it's not the best way to view what it's going to look like, I think, but okay, let me slow down. So this is a test knit for Sari Nordlund of the Neptune top, and the yarn I am using for this, it looks so good. It is explorerknits in the Denali Sock base in the colorway Roma. And I'm so happy with the yarn choice for this pattern. So it is a tank top, and this yarn here that I'm holding is just a temporary, like, where the straps are going to be, but it's going to be knit in an I-cord eventually, but these are just temporary that I've put in for now so that I can just hold it up as a top. So as you can see, this is the front, and the straps are kind of like, what am I trying to say? They're put in through this top part, so it's kind of like gets scrunched up here in the front. And it's same for the back. The straps get kind of threaded through. That's kind of, I think, the word I was looking for. Threaded through the top of the front and back. And then in the back there is like a hole for the back. I think that's a really cute like design feature. And yeah. So, and then this right here is the armhole. And then from here down is how I've been working on the body in the round. So hopefully that gives a slightly better, kind of just looks like a bag right now, like a drawstring bag, but I promise it's like a really cute top. Yeah, that's what I have been working on. I am knitting size 2 because I wanted to have like positive ease on this. If I made size 1, I would have, I think, 1 inch of negative ease, which I think might fit well also, but I did want to, for my first round and for the test knit, have positive ease for this top. And yeah, just working on the body. I have quite a bit of the body done, as you can see, but I still have to knit, I think, a few more inches. And then pretty much after that's done, I just need to make the I-cord for the straps, and I think that that is it. Like, it's a really quick top to work on, and it's just been, I don't know, I've just been really excited about making this top. And let's see what else. I can show you my marker, my stitch marker, if I can find it, where I finished off last. Did I take it off? Where'd it go? Hold on. I think I took off the stitch marker. Why did I do that? Okay, anyway, last time we were here, I I'm pretty sure I just needed to, because there is a hole in the back here, I unit, this top part separate, and so I think I was just finishing off one of these sides before connecting all of them for under the arm, and then worked on the body. So that has been, honestly, I think, yeah, most of my knitting time this week has been working on this top. I just can't wait to wear this. And then also, like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make a bunch more of these in different colors. I definitely want one in a solid color, maybe one in like a different, because it's very like summery, because like, there's, what am I trying to say? It's, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's a tank top, so it's not like covering too much of your body, so it will be good for warm weather to wear. And so I think doing it in also like a non-wool type of yarn would also be really fun to try out and wear. And then I'm pretty sure my mom's gonna want to have one of these. So I can see myself making a bunch more of these in different colors. I think it'll work out really well. It seems like a really like nice staple top to have, because you can dress it up or down, I think. So anyway, that is the Neptune top test knit. So the pattern's not out yet, but keep an eye out, Sari Nordlund, for the pattern. Yeah, okay. Oh, and oh my gosh, I have not been talking about needle sizes for my projects, although all of that information is down in the description below. But for this one, I am using US 3 needles, which I believe is the recommended needle size for this pattern. Oh, and I have been actually alternating skeins for this, because I think I might be, now that I've learned how to do helical knitting, so like in the round for the body of things, alternating skeins does not seem like such a difficult thing anymore. Like, I still, you still need to think about it, I guess, but it's not as finicky as I have thought it was in the past. So I've been alternating skeins, and it's coming out really nicely, and I'm really, really, really liking it. Okay, so that is progress on my test knit, my one test knit. And then my last work in progress for this week, I started on Thursday, and it is because I could not resist casting on a new project with my new yarn acquisitions. I thought that I would, not do any new cast-ons with the yarn until after this podcast where I show you all the yarn, but I just could not help myself. So here is the project I started. Okay, it is, let me get it all set up here first. Make sure it doesn't fall off the needles. Okay, so, okay, it really doesn't look like much right now, but I started a sweater. So I am making the Telopia. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It is a pattern by Marzena. I also don't know how to pronounce her name, so sorry. But I have all of this information in the description below with all of the correct spelling and her Instagram, and the link to the Ravelry pattern also down below in the description. But this is the Telopia, and it is, I am using Sari ExplorerKnits Sari Alpaca Lace yarn in the colorway Chinley. Oh my gosh, I just love this color so much. And this is from ExplorerKnits National Parks collection. So yeah, started a sweater. It is a really cute sweater. It is originally like using two strands of mohair held together, but I don't really like mohair too much. Like, I prefer Sari, so I am using 2 strands of Sari held together. And I don't think that I will, if you look at the pattern picture for this, it has these little like roses. They look like baubles, but they're like roses that you sew on after. I don't know if I will add it on, but I do like the rest of like the design of like this pattern. So I really like, there's like a ruffle edge at the bottom. It's a slight ruffle, and then the sleeve cuffs have like a really cool kind of like eyelet design on it as well. And so it might just be a nice plain, like not have the bobble stitches on it, but since it's something you can add on after, like if I feel like I want to add it on later on, it's always an option, I think. But this is what I have so far, and I guess I can show it from this angle right now. So I have the front done, and I'm working on the back right now. And then soon, hopefully soon, I will be able to connect for under the arms and start working on the body and the round. But yeah, I think that that'll be pretty soon. So that's what I have so far. I love how this color looks on Sari. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this besides this color makes me really happy. And working with Sari also makes me really happy. I feel like it's been a while since I've worked on a Sari sweater, and I have so much Sari, so need to start like churning out those Sari sweaters. I just really like this colorway. I can show you what it looks like in the cake version here. I will show you what it looks like in the skein as well, since I have all of them here next to me, but I could not resist. I think it might have taken me like an hour or two to figure out what I was going to cast on first with this yarn. Honestly, I think once I connect for under the arm for this and start working, I'll probably work a little bit in the round, but once I do that, I will probably cast on another project with my new yarn, because I have so much new yarn that I just want to make all the projects. I have plans pretty much for all of the yarn, and so I just want to start all of them. I think my limiting factor will be how much needles I have to have these projects to work on. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really happy that I have a Sari sweater to work on. It is just so soft. I think it helps that the weather it's been a little rainy, been a little cold, and so working on a really nice Sari something just feels right in this weather. And this color is so good. Yeah. And okay, oh, size. For this, I am making size 1, and I'm using US 4 needles. I'm using my Sorella metal needles for this. I actually started making this with US 5 needles because that is what the pattern recommends, and I don't normally gauge swatch for non-test knits, and I did not gauge swatch, but it was going to be huge, and so I ripped back and had to size down my needles, but now I think it is just right. Yeah, so yeah, that's this sweater. I'm really excited to be working on a Sari sweater in the Chinley colorway. So good. So good. Okay. Okay, so now I feel like it is, well, that is it for my works in progress. It seems very small amount. Oh, I will say the one thing I did not work on this week was my, oh my gosh, what is it called again? This is why I have notes written down, because I just cannot, my memory is not great, especially when I am like talking or like presenting. Like it feels like very chill, like I don't feel that much pressure when I'm recording this, but it's still like when I feel like, oh shoot, I should know the name of this thing, like even though I know it, I'll just blank, you know? So it's definitely a me thing, so I definitely need my notes. But yeah, so I did not work on my big cozy cardi this week. I know I told myself that I was going to work on it a little bit every week because it's such a massive project, and I want to make sure that I make some kind of progress every week, but it is the one thing I didn't work on this week. So that's my bad, but yeah, I just wanted to address it just in case someone is like, you know, where is the big cozy cardi? Because I did say that I was gonna try and work on it every week. So I did miss this week, but okay, goal is to work on it this coming week. Okay, now is on to the acquisitions. I believe that this will take up a lot of time because I also want to share like what projects I have planned for all of the yarn. Okay, so let's start off with this one skein first. This is from Woolberry for the what is it called? I'm also blanking for this. It is the, it's not favorites, it's the, oh, the rewind, the Woolberry rewind. I got one skein of Flower Farm, and I got this in the Berry Merino base. And I'm gonna be honest, I was trying to be good. I am currently trying to be better about not buying so much yarn. I say this as I'm about to show you a bunch of yarn that I just got, but I am trying. So I got one skein of this, but once I saw this in person, I really wish I got a second skein, just so that there are more options of things to make this with, because this color is so pretty. Yeah. It is, it is so good. I do wish I got a second skein, but that's okay. I will find something to make with this one skein that will be really nice and special. I love that there's so much depth in the color for this. Like, it's not just, it kind of looks like it's glowing. Like, that's because of like the darker and lighter parts of this, the color. It's such a nice, like, berry kind of color. It's gorgeous. It's so pretty. I honestly, like, didn't think I was going to love it this much. So hopefully, so if in the future she does ever bring back Flower Farm, I will need to take note that I want more of this Flower Farm colorway. And it's surprising because it's such a dark color. Like, I'm generally, I like lighter colors. So, but yeah, this is gorgeous. Really nice. Very happy with this. Okay, so this was one skein. And then, okay, we are going to go into the two collections that I got, my pre-order yarn. So the first one is going to be the ExplorerKnits and Fibers National Parks collection. I bought a lot of yarn, okay? So just prepare yourselves. I think it's gonna be a long one, we'll see. But I'll try not to make it like too long. But I do want to share my current plans for this yarn. So I'll also be looking at my computer here to remember the projects. Okay. Where do I start? Also, I hope that I kept them all in the plastic bags for now because it's just easier for me to carry it here to record. So if the plastic bag sound gets too loud, I'm gonna try when I edit this to maybe lower it a bit, but I apologize in advance if it's too loud. But let's get started with the colorway that I am in love with this color. How am I gonna do this? Okay. Sorry, things are like in multiple bags. But it was just the easiest way to carry it all here because it's so much yarn. This is also the first time that I have opened these bags to look at the yarn, not just through the plastic bag, so I will be just like staring at these while I talk about it. Okay, quick first look at this colorway. Chinley, this is my favorite colorway from this collection, or like ever. Chinley, I got it in 3 different bases, and I've already talked about one of them because it is the Sari sweater that I just talked about that I cast on this past week. But I did get it in 3 different bases, and the color looks amazing in all 3 bases that I got. I realize now that I think I am really liking these dark purple, brown, maroon colors, because Flower Farm, the Woolberry color I just talked about, well, I can compare it so that if, you know, you're looking at it like they look like the same color, they are not. So this is Woolberry Flower Farm, and this one is Chinley from Explorerknits. Yeah, very different colors. Very different colors, but similar vibes, I guess. A dark purpley. This one's definitely, I think, more brown, which I love. Okay, so 3 bases of Chinley, and I got, okay, let me show you this first one. So this is the Denali Sock base. It looks so good. It looks so good. I should have done this maybe by project, because I'm planning on using a different colorway with a project for this, but maybe, anyway, I'll put this on the side so I'll bring it up again. But yeah, I got 2 skeins of Chinley in the Denali Sock base, and it looks gorgeous. It's so good. I love this colorway. Chinley. Okay. And then, of course, in the Sari alpaca lace, I got 5 skeins to make my sweater. I think 5 should be enough. And it's definitely, the thing that I really liked about this colorway on Sari is, yes, it is lighter on Sari than on the other bases, but I actually really like that because you can see kind of more of, like, there are these, I don't know if I want to say like golden, but definitely more like of the brown tones coming out that make it seem like it's kind of glowy, and I really, really like that. And so I definitely wanted to have this in Sari because of the lighter color, but with like the brown kind of spots coming out. And you can definitely see it, like if you look on the Instagram post from Explorerknits for this colorway on the Sari, you can see that it's like has these brown tones coming out some more. And so that was what made me really want to get this in the Sari base as well. I love it, really like it. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, then I also got it in boucle. I don't know what else to say besides just like it is perfect. It is perfect. And this makes me so happy. I got a sweater quantities of boucle. I got 4 skeins, so I'm hoping that that will give me enough yarn to make most sweaters. But my plan for the boucle for this colorway specifically, because yes, I did buy boucle in different colors, is to make the port sweater. I believe it's called the port sweater by Ozetta, but Explorerknits had a sample made for her with Chinley in boucle with the port sweater pattern, and I love how it came out for her sample, and so I really just want the exact same thing for me pretty much. And so that is what my plans are for this Chinley boucle. It is so cute and so pretty, and it's gonna be so cozy. So yeah, I cannot wait for this as well. Okay, so that is all of the Chinley that I got. 3 bases because I love this color. Okay, and then let's see. Oh, I guess I can talk about this colorway. Okay, so I got an actual national park colorway. So this is, I got Bryce Canyon National Park, which looks like this. I feel like this also maybe doesn't look quite like a colorway I would like. I feel like I have been expanding the types of colors that I get because I've just really been, I don't know, just really been liking different colors than the usual things that I buy. I guess. So, but yeah, so this is Bryce Canyon National Park, and it looks amazing. And Denali Sock, I got 2 skeins, and I am planning on making the half and half triangles wrap with this color plus Chinley. I'm hoping that that turns out nice. I thought of this combo not by myself, but it was because one of the stories by ExplorerKnits, when people were requesting color combos to show, like there was a story that had these two next to each other, and I loved how they look, and so that's how I ended up with this pairing to make a half and half triangles wrap. I have so many like 2 skeins of colors, or like, you know, together 4 skeins of colors that I want to make half and half triangle wraps for. I have never made a half and half triangles wrap, but I have like, I don't know, 3 different color combos that I want to make. So I feel like this might be the first one I make. I'm not totally sure. I do hope that these will be enough skeins to make it. I want to make the smaller size, and the instructions do have it as 2 skeins of each color, but those skeins are more than 400 yards, and these are 400 yards. So I will maybe size down my needle size just to make sure that I won't run out of yarn when I make it. And I still think it'll be massive even if I size down a needle size, so I'm not like concerned about it not being big enough, but that is my plan. I feel like these two would be really cute together. Yeah, it's also my way of like not trying to get, because I like both of these colors, instead of getting like 2 sweater quantities of each color because I really like it, I'm like, oh, 2 skeins of each doesn't sound too bad, and then put them together to make one project. Like that's, you know, that's kind of where my brain has been, is like, oh, if I can make a half and half triangles wrap with colors I really like, then I can avoid getting 2 sweater quantities if I really like the colors and just have them used in a single project. Does that logic work? Maybe not, but that is my plan for these. Okay, and then let's see what color to look at next. Okay, since I have this bag open, let's talk about this one. Okay, I am not holding up every single skein that I got because it might be like too much, so yeah. I'm not holding up every skein, but I feel like holding 1 or 2 is doable. Okay, so then I also got this colorway in 2 different bases. This is Tawny, which is a really nice like caramel or bark brown, I would say. And yeah, 2 different bases. So I did get, as you can maybe tell by the texture of this, I did get this in boucle. And then I also got it in the worsted base as well. And I really like how it feels. I think this is the first time I got a worsted base from ExplorerKnits. And so, yeah, this is nice. It is a 100% superwash merino 4-ply. I really like how it looks and feels. So that's good. And of course, boucle. I am planning on making the teddy vest. I think that's what it's called, by Sari Nordlund. Okay, so the way I plan out projects is I put pictures of the pattern next to the yarn so I can kind of like visualize them next to each other, but sometimes when I take a screenshot of the picture of the sample of the pattern, I don't have the name of it on the picture. So it is a Sari Nordlund pattern. It is a vest. I think it's called Teddy Vest. And it uses boucle yarn. So, and I think the pattern came out earlier this year, I think. So I'm planning on using this yarn for that. I think it'd be really cute to have like a brown vest. And I did get 2 skeins of boucle, and then I believe it'll probably be 2 skeins of boucle for like the body, and then for some of like the the outline, not outline, like the edges will be with the worsted yarn. I think that's the plan. I think that's what I looked up for the pattern, but I think it'd be really cute. Yeah, so this is tawny. Then, oops, okay. Oh, you know what else would have been really cute is tawny with Bryce Canyon National Park. That would be really cute too, actually, but oh well, it's too late now. Okay, next we're gonna, okay, actually we'll start here. We'll start, yeah, okay, sorry, this might be a little loud. And then, actually, let me open up both of these bags so that we just get out of the way all of the plastic sounds. Okay, so next, let's talk about this colorway. Okay, this is another maybe unexpected colorway coming from me who likes pink. I got a blue color. This is called Drift. I feel like I would call this, is periwinkle the right word? It's not really purpley, but it's not like gray, maybe a gray blue, but definitely more blue. But yeah, so this is Drift. I got 5 skeins in the Denali Sock base. And again, I'm not really, like, I'm not against blue, but there was something about this color that I just really, really liked and wanted to have. So I got a sweater quantities of this. My initial plan was to make another, oh my gosh, the Andrew Maui pattern, oh, the birch pullover. My plan was to make a birch pullover with this, but I was like, I don't know, you know, my first birch pullover I love so much, and it is kind of like on the blue-gray side as well. It is, I did use a variegated yarn for my first birch pullover, and I want to have a solid color, so that's kind of where that idea of this one came in, but I was like, they're kind of similar in color, so maybe I don't want to make a birch in this yarn anymore, but what am I going to make? And I was like, oh, I know. I want to make the gown. Don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but the gown cardigan, it's G-A-O-N, I believe. I think the pattern came out earlier this year as well. And it is fingering weight, and it does use, I feel like I might be able to get like use 4 full skeins to make the size that I want in that cardigan, but having 5 will just give me peace of mind that I won't run out. But I really want to make that cardigan as well, and I think in this color it'd be really nice and something that could match with a lot of things as well. A nice solid color. So I think that that's gonna be what I, yeah, my new plans for this yarn. So yeah, Drift, really, really nice color. Okay, then now we are moving on to the pinks, which is what I am just like all here for. It's just the pinks. So which ones do I start with? Okay, let me start with this. What were my plans for this yarn? Oh, I know. Okay, so actually, sorry, just trying to grab it all. Okay, I did get, of course I had to get Oxide, this amazing pink color from this collection. I got it in 2 different bases, so I had to get it in this boucle because look at it. Love it. I did get a sweater quantities. I don't know what sweater pattern I am going to make with this boucle, but I definitely knew I wanted one, and so I got a sweater quantities of Oxide in boucle. It is so cute. I love this pink. It's a really, really I knew I was going to get this colorway when I saw it. And then I also got it on Sari because, again, like just like Chinley, this colorway on Sari looks a lot lighter. It looks very different, but I love it. Like, I really, really like how this came out on the Sari as well. It is, again, much lighter, but it still has those depths. Like, you can tell it still has those darker pinks, but I really like how soft and, like, cloud-like the colorway came out on this. So, yeah, definitely had to get this on Sari. And I am planning on using this for another sweater, but in this case, the sweater is going to be, I guess, could you say color blocked? I want to make the Fay Raglan. I believe that that's the name of the pattern, and it's by This Bird Knits. That's the Instagram name. I'm not really sure what the Ravelry name is at this moment, but of course when I cast this on, I will have more details about it. But it is a 2-color, or you can use whatever colors in whatever amounts you want, but the sample for the Fay Raglan is like a 2-color Sari sweater. So like the top part is one color and then the bottom part is another color. And I thought that that is really cute and is a nice way to use Sari yarn that I might have like extras of. Okay, so this is one of the colors I want to use for that sweater. And then, okay, this is the first time, like I said, this is the first time I'm holding these yarns up to my face and actually like looking at them out of the bag. I, of course, also had to get Joshua Tree National Park. It looks so good. And I'm like, okay, the colors came out so nice. Like, I didn't even... Yeah, as I'm like spinning it around, looking at all the different parts of it, it looks so nice in person. Yeah, so I had to get Joshua Tree National Park, and I loved it in Sari, so I had to get it in Sari. This is definitely a me kind of color. And so, yeah, so I am planning on pairing it with Oxide to make another Sari sweater, but have it be like color blocked. And I think my plan is to have the top part be the Joshua Tree and the bottom of the sweater be Oxide. And I'm hoping that this color orientation works out well versus this way. Yeah, I think so. Having the more lighter colors be at the top, I think, of the sweater, and then the more solid, slightly darker color be on the bottom. I think that would look really cute. Yeah, so I think these look really cute together. And yeah, Joshua Tree National Park looks so good on Sari. I didn't realize, like, this section is really, really nice to me. Like right here, it looks fairy-like with like the purple, pink, and green. It just, yeah, it looks great. I don't know. Very, very happy with this. Joshua Tree National Park. And then, okay, I always have this thing where even if I want to get a colorway in Sari, I feel like I have to just get it in another base as well that's not Sari, because colorways always come out, especially variegated colorways, look quite different on Sari than other like non-fluffy yarn bases. And so I did get one skein of the Joshua Tree National Park on the Denali Sock base, although I believe that this might be used for the edging for the Sari cardigan that I just, not cardigan, Sari sweater I just talked about, but definitely wanted to get this in a non-Sari base as well. And it looks just as pretty as the Sari version. Ooh, those purples look so pretty in here. Yeah, so that's Joshua Tree National Park. And is that it? I think that is it for the Explorerknits National Parks collection. I believe so. I'm looking at my pile of yarn right now, and I'm going to have to put them away after I film this video, but that's okay. which ones to keep out? Like, which ones do I put away and which ones do I keep out because I want to cast on a new project right away? Okay, but no time to rest right now because moving on to the next pre-order collection that I got in the mail. This is the Coast to Coast yarn, the Encores collection. So I have only previously bought from Coast to Coast yarn from, I think the only skeins I got were Unexpected Friendship. I think that was the colorway, and it was this really nice speckled colorway. Her speckles are just like something else, which I kept hearing about, but after I got my first skein from her, I was like, yes, the speckles are amazing in her colorways, in her yarn. So her Encores collection came out, which I thought was perfect for me to kind of get some more yarn from her. And I really ended up liking a lot of her colorways from this collection. So I did also got a few colorways from this collection. And again, I am just like, I cannot wait to make all of the things that I have planned for this yarn as well. And I might just get stuck. I think I want to make everything so badly that there is not one that really stands out. And so I just get stuck picking, and then I end up like not casting on. So if you have suggestions on which one you think or you would like to see me cast on first, let me know in the comments down below because I just like cannot decide because I want to make them all. Which I guess is a good problem to have. It's better than being like, I don't want to use this yarn, right? So, okay, I'm going to start with this colorway first. And apologies, so I do have to open up more plastic bags. But this is the first time I am seeing this yarn outside of the bag as well. And I think you'll sense a theme here as I hold this up colorway wise. Okay, so I got Earthen, and this is in the classic DK base, which is 100% superwash merino 4-ply DK, 231 yards per skein, 100 grams. And I first just want to say I really like the logo. Yeah, so yeah, this is another like dark purple brown colorway. I think I just really am liking these colors right now. So yeah, it came out really nice. I will say it looks more purple than I was anticipating, but not in a bad way. I'm pretty sure she said that this was like the hardest or one of the hardest colorways to take a color accurate picture of. So, I mean, but it still is what looks like in the picture. It's just, it to me looks a little more purple. Yeah, I'm like looking at the picture because I also have it on my computer right now. But I mean, it's gorgeous and I love it. Okay, so first, the project that I have planned for this is, and I did that thing again where I have the picture of the pattern, but not the name of it. But it is, let me describe it. So I know that it is a Crayabea pattern, and it is it's the Lanark sweater. I believe that that's what it's called. I think it's maybe half fisherman's rib, half brioche. And it's a quarter zip also, just like the sweater I'm currently wearing. It's a quarter zip, looks really cute, something that you can just put on and wear over anything. And so I wanted a really nice, like solid color version of that sweater or pullover or quarter zip or whatever it's called. I believe it's the Lanark, but if I am wrong, I apologize. But of course, when I cast this on, I will talk about and share more information about the pattern that I end up like actually using. But that is the plan for this yarn so far. And if we are curious about the differences in the different yarn that I got that looks similar, because I know some people will be like, if you look at them separate, you'll be like, yeah, they're the same color, but they aren't. Yeah, next to each other, they look very different, but I am going to do it here and hold them up just so for the sake of comparing. So these are the three colors that I feel like are similar to each other that I got recently. So this one is Flower Farm by Woolberry. This middle one here is Chinley by Explorerknits. And then this one here is Earthen by Coast to Coast yarn. They look really cute together like this. But yeah, hopefully, like, if you are also curious about if they ever offer these yarns again, or you have one of these and you're curious on how different they are, here are some side by side. They are on slightly different bases though, I will say that, but they're all, let me check, they're all 100%, oh no they're not, okay. This is 100% superwash merino, the berry merino base, so this is fingering weight. Chinley is in Denali Sock, which is 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. And then the Coast to Coast one here, this is on the DK, 100% superwash merino. So there's a slight difference in base, but I feel like it maybe gives a slight, a kind of comparison of the different colorways. So they are different. I feel like this is the most different, so let me put that down for now. And these two were the ones that I just got this week, so actually the other one too, but yeah, I'm very much into this vibe right now, I think. I really like that, so this is good. This is good. I'm very happy with these colors. So yeah, Coast to Coast yarn. This is my first sweater quantity worth of yarn, DK base. And then, let's see, let's open up this next one. This one I'm really excited about. I kind of think I might cast this one on soon. I don't know, actually. I keep thinking like, oh yeah, this is the one I'm going to cast on. And then I think about the other projects and I'm like, oh, but those are good too. Okay. Sorry for the plastic noise. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the next colors that I got from Coast to Coast Yarn, I got two colors that I want to use in a project. Let me hold up these two first. This is Mildred and Gwendolyn. So I got two skeins of classic DK in this colorway. This is really pretty. I really like how this looks. It is a really nice, like, pale, kind of like pale color, like some tan and pink. Of course the pink really got to me, so I definitely wanted to have this. And there are some like dark speckles in here, and yeah, I actually really like how that came out. It looks really cute. I'm excited to see how this looks knitted up. So yeah, so this is Mildred and Gwendolyn, and then I want to pair it with this colorway, Cortinarius. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but that is this colorway. And this is also the classic DK base. I don't know if my lighting is weird, but when I look at it in the camera, these two skeins look slightly different. I don't know if it's the way that I'm holding it. Actually, it's probably just the lighting and the orientation that I'm holding it. I don't know. But these two are the same colorway, Cortinarius. And this one is, I do not know how to describe this color. I mean, okay, it's gray, question mark, but there's more depth to it. Like, I want to say I can see like some kind of pink-ish color in it, but that might just be like wishful thinking, or because I am gonna hold it with this color. I mean, it kind of looks mauve-ish, but definitely more on the gray side. I don't know. Do not know how to describe it. Maybe it's just my lighting that makes me think there's some pink, but I feel safe calling it gray, some kind of gray. Okay, but anyway, I want to hold these two together to make a pressed flower shawl. So my idea is to have this be the main color, and then for this to be the contrast color, or like the color of the flowers. I'm hoping that that would look cute together. Again, I'm really just like, I've been my latest like knitted stuff where I've had to like choose colors, like have multiple colors in a project, have turned out great, but I still don't feel totally like comfortable about putting colors together in projects and just trying to like imagine what that would look like in the project. So yeah, but anyway, my plans for this is to make a pressed flower shawl, and I did not come up with this color combination myself. It was one of those other, like, someone requested a color combination on Coast to Coast Instagram stories, and this was one of the color combos, and so ended up really liking it, and I was like, ooh, pressed flower shawl might be kind of nice. I've been wanting to make that pattern for a really long time, like ever since I saw the pattern, and it's one of those patterns where I really want to make it, but there were no yarn color combinations that I could think of that I would like to have it in, but I saw this and really liked it. I think it'll be really good. I hope it'll be really good. So I kind of feel like, you know, if I cast this on now, it'll be nice because I think it will probably take me a while to knit it up, and so it'll be a nice kind of like shawl thing to have on the side to work on. But yeah, so that is these two more colorways. And then have to open up this last bag, I promise. Sorry. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna take out all of this yarn here. 1 second. Okay, so next is this colorway. I was blown away by when I saw this in person, and now that I'm holding it outside of the bag, it's so pretty. I'm really happy I got this colorway. So this is Red Panda, and again, so I really wanted a speckled colorway from her because the speckles are just so good. And yeah, so I got Red Panda. This is my first time getting this colorway. This is my first time getting all of the colorways. I believe, you know, the Encores collection was like kind of like a favorites collection, and since I haven't really bought yarn from her before, like all of these colorways are new to me. So yeah, I got Red Panda in the signature sock base, which is 100% superwash merino, 4-ply, fingering weight 438 yards for 100 grams. And it's just really cute. I like that the speckles are just like, I'm trying to figure out, like, I think it's because they are small and you can tell that they haven't really like blended out, like they're just actual speckles. Yeah, I really like how this looks. And I'm really excited to knit something with this. So my current plans for this is to make the Moonset Tee by Ozetta. I have made the Moonset pullover, but I haven't made the tee yet, and I think that this would be a really cute yarn to make that in. And if I don't end up making that tee, I'm pretty sure I will, but 2 skeins of sock weight, I'm pretty sure I can make most tees and tanks with it. So I feel like, you know, 2 skeins of a fingering weight is my standard for if I don't want to get a sweater quantities of it, but I don't have like a specific tee or tank pattern in mind. Like 2 skeins for me, for my size, has pretty much works out. So that is my plan for these. And then I got 2 more colorways. Talk about them individually first. Okay, so this next one is called Biscuits, and I really like this brown. Like, I'm trying to think, I mean, it is a light brown, It's coming out more light on camera for some reason, but it is a light brown, and I just really like it. I feel like you can make so many things with this, and it'll match like so many things as far as a brown goes. And Biscuits is also a really cute name for this. I feel like it looks like a croissant kind of color, you know? Yeah, I don't know. It's just a good color. Nice solid color. And I did get this in the signature sock base as well. 2 skeins. And then last colorway I got from Coast to Coast. This one is, I am very happy I got this colorway. I was like going back and forth on whether or not I should get this, but looking at this now, I'm very happy I got this. Ooh, yes. Okay, so this is Yucca Blossom. And wow, just wow. Like, it is really pretty. So this is also in the signature sock base. I just need to like turn it around so you can see more of this color. Like, I really like, so this also has speckles on it, and it's like these like orangey golden speckles, maybe like red, orange red speckles on here. There is like some green in here, and of course there is some pink, which I'm trying to find like sections of. There's just like all these slight pink in here, and of course anything with pink in it pretty much just gets me. So I really like how this came out and how this looks in person. Yucca Blossom, it is really pretty. I think I saw some people on Instagram like make socks with this colorway already, and it looks great knitted up. And so I cannot wait to also knit up this colorway. And so my plans for these two is to make, can you guess, because I've already talked about this pattern, and hint, hint, 2 different colors, 2 skeins fingering weight each. I want to make a half and half triangles wrap with this. I know, I have not even made one yet. I've been told that they take forever to make, but I just want to, I feel like it's just a good way to use 2 colors of something, like two yarn colors in one project, and just have them be like, you know, together, but also standalone, because it's not like one is a contrast color and, you know, used like minimally or like as a stripe. Like, they're both of the colors will be half and half in the wrap. And so anyway, so that's my plan for these 2 colors, is to make the half and half triangles wrap. I don't know which half and half triangles wrap I'm gonna make first. Let me pull them both up. Oh my gosh, now that I have all of the yarn, they're all just like now all together in a pile. I'm seeing some color combinations that also seem interesting, but I can't put them together because they already have their respective patterns. But oh my, look at this color combination. This is Red Panda by Coast to Coast with Chinley from explorerknits. That would also be so cute. Okay, I wish it would focus so you can see the speckles on Red Panda. Focus, please. Oh, this is a cute color combination. Yeah, that's cute, but I can't because they have their own projects dedicated to them. What was I gonna grab? Oh, the other half and half triangles wrap color combination. Okay, let me know in the comments down below if you had to pick which half and half triangles wrap I start with. So pretty much either the Coast to Coast one, which is this color combo, Yucca Blossom and Biscuits, or the explorerknits one with Chinley and Bryce Canyon National Park. They're both going to be good. I do like that they both have different vibes. So, you know, I feel like making the same pattern multiple times, I do like it when my different versions have different vibes to them, just so that it does add kind of like just a different thing since it's the same pattern. But yeah, like this is like a really dark don't want to say moody, but definitely like dark. And this is a really like light spring, maybe even summer. I mean, it's too hot to wear a wrap during summer, but yeah, two very different vibes. I don't know which one because I want to do both. But I don't know. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below. Half and half triangles wrap. Eee, okay, let me put that down. I could seriously stare at all of these colors all day because they're so pretty. Okay, I think that is it. I hope that this video isn't too long. But if it is, thank you for staying all the way till the end. And my camera battery's gonna die, so I'm gonna need to end this real soon. Thank you for watching. I hope that you're having a great day on whichever day you're watching this. And yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot of knitting. I have Monday off of work, and so Monday will just be spent just knitting a whole bunch, probably on a new cast on, I think. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you have been working on while watching this podcast, because I love, again, to read all of your comments. And thank you so much for watching. If you would like, please subscribe to my channel, and my Instagram is arieknits, the same name as this podcast. And my Ravelry is also arieknits, so feel free to follow me there. And yeah, hope that you get lots and lots of knitting done. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!